Good morning, and welcome to the 2026 Purple Star Award Ceremony. I'm Mr. Lattimore. I'll be your facilitator this morning. We are here this morning because, and it's fitting to display one of our 8 pillars of excellence, celebrating the good in public education. The 5-year strategic plan aims to position North Carolina's public school as the best in the United States by 2030. And it's the first plan between the State Board of Education and the State Superintendent. Today marks our fourth in-person Purple Star Award ceremony to award and celebrate the good our schools are doing to recognize and honor the support of our military-connected students. Studies show that initiatives such as the Purple Star Initiative, military-connected students are academically successful. Last year, our Purple Star schools scored better in 11 out of the 18 testing subjects, and that's all right. That's all right. Before we get started, a few administration things. If we need to evacuate this building, there are 2 doors up there that you can exit, and it's 2 doors. One that you came in is one on the other side here also that you can evacuate. If you need to use the restroom, please excuse yourself, go out, first right, first left, they're by the elevators where the restrooms are. If you need a medical attention, please see Ms. Ann Murther. Ann Murther, please stand. She's right there. If you or somebody next to you need medical attention, please see Ms. Ann Murther. And if your gas mask come down, if your oxygen mask come down, please put it, oh, that's my night job. That's my night job. Okay, my bad. Lastly, let's take a moment of silence to reflect on our fellow Americans who have been or are affected by Operation Epiphyric or Roaring Lion. With that said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ceremony. Will you please stand for the posting of the colors by Southwest High School, Marine Corps JROTC from Onslow County Schools, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the singing of the National Anthem by Southwest High School's choir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic from which we stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's give him a round of applause. You may be seated. Thank you, Chief Villalobos, Senior Military Marine Corps JROTC instructor, Southwest High School, and Director of Southwest High School Choir. Thank you this morning. We would like to take the time to thank each of you for attending today's ceremony to help us celebrate the leadership, the work our superintendents, our directors, our principals, our school staff, our teachers are doing to support our military-connected students. As displayed on the slideshow that you saw before, we are doing some great things in North Carolina schools. Once I call your name, I would like to acknowledge a few attendees that we have with us today. But when I call your name and your organization, if you could please stand. I'd like to acknowledge State Superintendent Mo Green. Senior Director of CTE, Mr. Trey Michael. NCDPI supporting staff. Lieutenant Colonel Park, he's up there. Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Park. Sergeant Major Rejos. Sergeant Major Rojas. Installation commanders, all installation commanders. Any Board of Education members? Charter school leaders? Chairman David Hayden? Commissioner Nick Sorka? Madam Secretary Millett? The recruiters from Raleigh recruiting battalions, the recruiters? Do we have any elected officials with us this morning? Any elected officials? Any members of the General Assembly? Any members of the General Assembly? I would also like to thank the backbone supporters of the Purple Star Initiative. That's our installation school liaisons. If you rise, please, be recognized. Give them a big round of applause. This is the backbone of military. The district military liaisons, military liaison from the districts. And last but not least, we're like any district POCs, not the military liaison, but district POCs. Any district POCs, all of you all, the rest of you all. There you go. There we are. Hey, Dr. Scott. All right. And last but not least, a few students who are with us today, because that's the reason why we're here, and that's why we do the work that we do, because of our students. So thank you. To give our ceremony opening remarks, let's give a warm welcome to Madam Secretary Jocelyn Matnall Millett.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Lattimore, for that introduction and for your leadership in coordinating today's ceremony. And thank you to the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction for hosting this event and for developing the Purple Star Award Initiative, which continues to make a tremendous difference for our military-connected students and families across our state. I do want to extend my appreciation to our military installation commanders, to the school superintendents who are here, the school liaison officers, and the military liaisons, and all of your teams for joining us today and for all the work that you all do. Your partnership really strengthens the bridge between our schools and our military communities. I also want to thank Mr. Mike Pisano and Command Sergeant Major J. Carlos Rojas for your hospitality in hosting us here at the Joint Force Headquarters. I also want to thank the folks from my team at the North Carolina Department of Military and Veterans Affairs who were here this morning. Rod White is my Service Member and Family Coordinator. Doug Taggart is here. He's my Interagency Coordinator. And there she is, my Integrated Comm Specialist, India Bryant, who's usually behind the camera, and she is. Hopefully, I know you all have worked with Rod and Doug extensively, but if y'all would just join me in thanking my team at DMVA. So it is truly an honor to be here with you to celebrate our Purple Star Award recipients, our school districts, our school administrators and educators who go above and beyond to serve the unique needs of military-connected students. And this ceremony holds special meaning for me, not only as the Secretary of the North Carolina Department of Military and Veterans Affairs, but also as someone who understands the life firsthand. I grew up as a military brat. I'm actually a third-generation veteran. I'm the daughter of a Vietnam veteran and Purple Heart recipient who served enlisted in the Army for 26 years. I'm the daughter of an Air Force colonel who served for 30 years, and I served for 10 years after graduating from the United States Air Force Academy. So as a military brat, I actually moved 17 times growing up, and I know what it feels like to pack up and move every few years. I know what it feels like to be the new kid in a school 8 different times where you don't know anyone except for your siblings, and you are expected to adjust immediately. And I know the pride of watching a parent put on the uniform, and also the quiet resilience of the parent at home who exudes that resilience during deployments. Military children are often called resilient, but we, military brats, know that that resiliency isn't inherent. It is learned through our experiences. Many of you in this room know this, but military children learn to be flexible and to be strong and to make every place home, even if only for a short time. But those strengths often grow out of challenges that can't be faced alone. And that's why today matters. The schools receiving this Purple Star designation are doing more than just checking boxes. You all are building communities where military children feel seen and supported and understood. You all are easing transitions and providing stability and ensuring students have access to the academic and emotional support that they need. I don't, unfortunately, remember the school that did this, but when I took this job, I guess 15 months ago, I went to a school and they were telling me that one of the things that they do as part of their Purple Star Award program is they have a tour of the school on their website. And I thought, oh my gosh, how nice would that have been when I was growing up, to be able to look at a school and tour the school so that the first time I see the hallways was not my very first day when there was so much other anxiety that I was feeling. So that just really made me realize how important these Purple Star schools are. But all of you are sending a message when you do all sorts of these things. You're sending a clear message to the military-connected students, and that message is, you belong here. And so in 2019, DPI launched the Purple Star Award Initiative to recognize this commitment and to highlight the strength of North Carolina's connection to its military families. And today, that commitment continues to grow thanks to the educators and leaders in this room. So to the award recipients, congratulations, whether you are implementing student transition programs or building strong partnerships on and off the installations, or you're creating systems that ensure no student falls through the cracks. Your dedication is making a difference every single day. And to the families here and all across the state, thank you. Thank you for your service, for your sacrifice, and for the strength that you bring to our communities. And to my peer brats, I see you. I understand your journey, and I'm committed to ensuring North Carolina continues to support you in every possible way. The other day, I spoke at an event, and someone came up to me afterwards and said to me, you know, Madam Secretary, your children are military brats because you're their mom and you're a veteran. And I was like, oh, okay. That's what I said to the person in real life. But in my head, I was like, these kids have lived in these same cities since they were born. They are 7 and 5. I have not deployed since they've been born. So I was like, you know, maybe I'm being too hard on them. So I went home, told my husband, who's a civilian, and I told him what this person said to me. And before I could even tell him what my reaction was, he said, nah, our kids don't get that honor. And I agree with my husband that it's an honor to be a military brat, and also that our kids are not military brats. But while we're at it, I was like, babe, you're not a military spouse either, so don't get excited, okay? You don't get that honor, okay? But my kids are wonderful, and one of my kids is the reason why I'm not staying for the rest of the ceremony and the presentations, and it's because I'm chaperoning my daughter's field trip to the farm. Everly, can everybody say hi, Everly? She is 5, so she'll be going to kindergarten in the fall at a Purple Star school. Y'all better know, okay? Poe Magnet Elementary is a Purple Star school. But I told Heather and Christy when I got here today, and they met Everly, and I was like, I'm sorry I'm not staying for the whole program, and here's why. And I was like, y'all know what? I was mama before I had the title Madam Secretary, and I'm gonna be mama far after I'm done being Madam Secretary. But this, thank you. But this type of balancing act, a working parent struggling to be present at home and also at work, is a reminder to me of just how easy I have it. Because the life of an active duty service member, the life of a military spouse, the life of a true military brat, not her, is not easy. But having schools that show up like you all do make all the difference in the world. So thank you for going that extra step to support our nation's heroes and their families. And let me also just take a minute here and say, I know that y'all get it, so I'm preaching to the choir, but it doesn't matter how many military-connected students are actually in your school's population, because our state is home to the 4th largest population of active duty service members, the 8th largest veteran population. And y'all know that 1/3 of the entire United States Marine Corps at any given time calls North Carolina home. And so for that reason, there is someone in every school in North Carolina that is connected to the military in some way. So every school can have a Memorial Day ceremony, a Veterans Day parade, something to honor our nation's heroes, no matter how many military-connected students are actually enrolled at your schools. And as we begin today's presentations, let this ceremony be a celebration of collaboration between educators and military leaders, between communities and families, all working towards one goal, and that is giving every military-connected student the opportunity to thrive. So thank you again to everyone who made this event possible, especially to Mr. Howard Lattimore and the entire team at DPI for your tireless work and coordination. And congratulations to our 2026 Purple Star Award recipients, and thank you for your dedication to the students and families who serve our nation. May God bless each of you, all of our military and veteran families, and the great state of North Carolina.
Thank you, Madam Secretary, for your opening remarks. To show a token of our appreciation, we would like to give you a certificate of appreciation for your time and effort, because we know that you are very, very busy, Madam Secretary. So we appreciate your time and your opening remarks today. Thank you. Two flags. Next, we'll have comments from our state superintendent. Please welcome our state superintendent, Mo Green.
Well, good morning. Certainly my honor and privilege to be here this morning. I am so honored to be the North Carolina Superintendent of Public Instruction and to share just a few remarks this morning. Like the secretary before me, I actually am not going to be able to stay for the entire ceremony. I don't have a little child to attend to this morning, but I do get to celebrate the North Carolina Teacher of the Year this morning, as we will be announcing our newest North Carolina Teacher of the Year this morning into the afternoon. And so I have to go to that particular event. But I certainly wanted to spend time here this morning because this is an incredibly important event as well. It's certainly my privilege to celebrate your Purple Star Award. For some, this may be the first time you have received the award. For some, this is maybe your 6th or 7th time doing so. Congratulations to each of you. To all of the superintendents, charter school leaders, school support staff, and military liaison counselors, who have helped our schools achieve the Purple Star recognition. Your work is so important. North Carolina has long been a home to a large population of active duty, Guard, Reserve, and Veteran Affairs, veteran armed service members and their families. Your work supporting military-connected students and their families in North Carolina public schools make a tremendous impact, both inside and outside of the school classroom. Through all of the uncertainty and unpredictability of military life, school may be indeed the only place of consistency throughout the week. Each of our schools and districts have gone above and beyond to support military-supported students and their families while they are part of North Carolina's public schools. Regardless of how many times you've received the Purple Star Award, it demonstrates your commitment to serving military-connected students and their families. I want to congratulate the nearly 600 schools, including 15 charter schools, who received this year's Purple Star Award. Today, 34 school districts also received the award, with Columbus County Schools, Duplin County Schools, Hertford County Schools, and public schools of Robeson County receiving it for the first time. A special congratulation goes to the 7 public school units who received the Purple Star Legacy designation for 6 years of participation. They are Carteret County Public Schools, Cumberland County Schools, Moore County Schools, Pender County Schools, Wayne County Schools, and Whiteville City Schools. Northeast Academy of Aerospace and Advanced Technologies as well received 6 years of participation in that designation. And then finally, want to congratulate the Harnett County Schools, Alpha Academy, and Anderson Creek Academy for receiving the Purple Star Legacy designation for their participation every year since this program's inception 7 years ago. To everyone here today, thank you so much for your commitment to not only North Carolina's military-connected students, but to each student in your building and in your community. Together, we will make North Carolina's public schools the absolute best in the nation by 2030. Be blessed.
Thank you, State Superintendent Green, for your time and your comments. At this time, I'll share a little history about the Purple Star designation. The North Carolina Purple Star designation commenced during the school year 2019-2020. The designation is awarded to schools that demonstrate military-friendly practices and a commitment to support military families. North Carolina is one of 46 states across the country to have a Purple Star recognition program. Today, it's not uncommon for a parent to ask, is this school a Purple Star school? Is this district a Purple Star district? As shared earlier, this is our 4th in-person award ceremony. The first 2 were held at the Friday Institute for Education and Innovation on the campus of NC State. Due to the growth of the designation, which is a good problem to have, we had to change location to this beautiful place here. Isn't this a beautiful place here? Beautiful place here. Schools that earn the designation for the first time will receive a banner similar to this with the sticker, 2026 sticker. All recertification schools will receive 2026 number for their pre-existing banner. District with all schools that were receiving the designation will receive the state superintendent's trophy for being recognized as a military-friendly district. After a district received the trophy for 6 consecutive years, they are awarded the legacy plaque, which 6 districts and 1 charter school will be awarded today. Harnett County Schools was the only district awarded the legacy plaque last year and will receive the 2026 link for their plaque. District with at least one designated school, but not all of their awards, will receive a certificate of appreciation. Charter schools will receive a certificate of appreciation for their participation. However, once a charter school has been awarded 5 consecutive years, they will receive the state superintendent's trophy, and with their 6 years, they will also receive the legacy plaque. Lastly, one major incentive for applying for the Purple Star Award, once designated, it will go on their school report card, and that's a good thing right there. Because parents, just like anything, you research before you go. You research, and they're looking for that Purple Star icon on their school report card. This slide displays the growth of it since inception. As displayed, school year 2025-2026, there are 143 school increase from last year, and that's because of you, military liaisons, you superintendents, you teachers, you principals. Because of you, 143 school increase from last year. Let's celebrate the good in purple and public education. The significance of that is that now we have 143 more schools that display military-friendly practices. We have 143 more schools and service members and staff members that's aware of the MIC3, the Interstate Compact. They're aware of that now. And next, we will have Ms. Megan Fay to come and give us remarks about how the student program and how the MIC3 has been very rewarding for our military-connected students. Please help me to welcome Ms. Megan Fay.
Good morning. As Howard said, my name is Megan Fay, and I am one of the school liaisons on board Camp Lejeune. It is truly an honor to stand here today before you and speak on behalf of the student-to-student students who wish they could be here celebrating with you, but are busy doing what they do best, showing up for their schools and their peers. Today, we celebrate you, educators who have earned the Purple Star Award, not just for what you do, but for who you are to military-connected students and families. You represent consistency in a life that is anything but predictable. Military students live a childhood defined by transition. On average, they move 6 to 8 times in their lifetime. With each move comes a new school, new faces, new expectations. Credits don't always transfer clearly. Classes don't always align. And beyond the academics, there is the emotional toll of starting over again. Starting over is not easy. It's walking into a building where everyone else already knows where to go. It's scanning a cafeteria, wondering where to sit. It's learning new routines, new systems, new norms, while quietly carrying the weight of what was left behind. And yet, this is where you come in, because in Purple Star schools, students don't stay new for long. Programs like Student to Student don't just offer a tour, they offer belonging. They provide an immediate connection, a friendly face, a place to land. They turn uncertainty into opportunity. S2S students are not just welcoming others, they are developing into leaders. They are learning empathy, building confidence, and modeling what it means to serve others. They create inclusive spaces where every student feels seen, valued, and supported. As a school liaison officer, one of my greatest joys is partnering with schools like yours, schools that understand that supporting military students is not a program, it's a mindset. Yes, we are grateful for protections like the Military Interstate Children's Compact Commission, which helps address challenges like course placement and transfer credits, but what truly makes the difference is you. It's the culture you create, it's the relationships you build, it's the way you ensure that no student has to navigate transition alone. The Purple Star Award is not just a recognition, it's a reflection of your commitment to doing this work well and doing it with heart. That is your impact. Because of you, students don't just adjust, they thrive. Because of you, they don't just belong, they lead. And because of you, they carry these skills and this sense of connection with them wherever they go next. On behalf of our S2S students and all military-connected families, Thank you for being their consistent supporter in their ever-changing world. Congratulations, your award is well-deserved.
Thank you, Megan, for your announcement as far as student in MIC 3. For the next item on the agenda, we ask Cadet Kaylee Kaufman to come and introduce our guest speaker for the 2026 Purple Star Award ceremony. Give a round of applause, Cadet Kaufman.
Colonel Driesland assumed command of Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point on August 15, 2025. Today, Cherry Point remains one of the best all-weather jet bases in the world. More than 38,000 people make up the total Cherry Point-related population. This includes more than 9,000 Marines, sailors, and civilian employees. As a native of Trempealeau, Wisconsin, Colonel Driesland graduated from the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse in January 2002. He was commissioned as a second lieutenant upon completion of the Marine Corps Officer Candidate School in March 2003 and was designated a Naval Aviator of Naval Air Station Corpus Christi, Texas in August 2004. Colonel Driesland has multiple deployments, including support of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Unified Protector. In 2013, he deployed for the 1st Special Purpose Marine Air Ground Task Force Africa. From May 2010 to May 2013, he served as a Naval Air Training and Operating Procedures Standardization Instructor, Fleet Replacement Standardization Instructor, and completed the Marine Aviation Weapons and Tactics Instructor Course 2TAC-11. In July 2022, Lieutenant Colonel Driesland served as a student fellow at SAIS in Washington, D.C., where he earned a master's degree in international public policy. In July 2023, he reported to the Joint Staff Strategy Plans and Policy Directorate, or J5, where he served as the Global Integration Division Chief. Some, but not all, of his decorations include the Defense Service Medals, Joint Service Achievement Medals, Air Medal Strike Flight with numeral 3, Navy and Marine Corps Accommodation Medal with 2 gold stars, and the Combat Distinguishing Device. He has more than 2,600 flight hours in the KC-130J, of which are 288 combat hours and more than 2,900 total flight hours. Colonel Driesland also holds 2 master's degrees in military studies and international public policy. These are from Marine Corps Command and Staff College and the Johns Hopkins University School of Advanced International Studies. Without further ado, please join me with a warm welcome for our guest speaker today, Colonel Timothy Driesland.
Good morning, everyone. That young Marine's going to go a long ways. Well, good morning, distinguished guests, Secretary Millett, Superintendent Green, educators, families, students, and especially our Marine-connected community that's here today. Thank you all for the opportunity to speak here today. I'd like to start with just a quick story. Not long ago, I met a young Marine who was preparing for a deployment. And as we talked, I asked him, how he was doing, if he felt ready, if there's anything, that I could do to help. He didn't talk about training. He didn't talk about equipment. He said, "Sir, I'm good. My kids are settled in at their new school. Their teachers know that we are a military family and are providing them the support that we need." And that was it. That was the moment he knew he was ready, and that is what our service members care about. It may seem like a small thing, but I assure you it's not, because that peace of mind, that confidence is what allows our service members to focus on the mission, knowing that their young children are being taken care of. And that's why we're here today. When people think about the Marine Corps, our military, they often think about our training ranges. They think about deployments and operations across the globe. But what many don't see is this, is that our ability to fight and win is directly tied to the strength and stability of our families. And that includes the schools that support them. So to every district, every school that is represented here today, you are part of that mission. By becoming a Purple Star school, you have made a deliberate commitment to understand military life, to anticipate those transitions, to meet students where they are, often in the middle of major change within their lives. And that's not easy work, and it doesn't go unnoticed. In the Marine Corps, we talk a lot about readiness, but readiness is not just about equipment and training, like I said before. It's about whether a Marine or service member can deploy knowing that their family is supported, that their children are safe, that their education will not skip a beat just because of their military service. When we talk about family readiness, what do we mean by family readiness? Family readiness means a student arriving mid-year and being welcomed, not delayed. Family readiness means a counselor who understands the deployment structures and those cycles. Family readiness means a teacher who recognizes that a quiet child may just be carrying not just a backpack. What you do in your classrooms every day builds that readiness. And I want you to know what you do matters far beyond your school walls. We are certainly living in a time of increasing global complexity. We see that every single day on the news. Across multiple regions, our forces remain engaged, they're forward postured, and they are ready to respond to any emerging threat. That reality places continued demands on our Marines and our service members, and by extension, on their families, which means your role has never been more important. Because while our service members may be forward, their children are here. They're learning, they're growing, and they're trying to find stability amongst uncertainty. Your commitment helps ensure that no matter what is happening in the world, that their education remains steady. Education has always been and will remain to be a central figure to our military services. We expect that our service members are disciplined. We expect that they're adaptable and flexible, and that they are capable of critical thought. That foundation does not begin at boot camp. I assure you it begins in the classrooms like yours. The students you serve today, many from military families, they are tomorrow's leaders. Many of them will wear a uniform in the future, and they will carry forward the values that they learn from all of you. And when schools understand military life, they need more than educate, they empower. And there's a broader impact. As Secretary Millett said earlier, North Carolina is home to one of the largest concentrations of military installations in the country. When military families receive orders, they do not just evaluate the unit that they are going to, they evaluate the community and the schools that they're going to be joining. They ask a lot of questions. They ask, where will my child attend school? Before that move, they ask, will my child be supported at that school? If my child is an exceptional family member, will that be taken seriously? If my child was on an IEP from another state, will that transfer to North Carolina? Will they understand, and will opportunities be given to my child to succeed? Your Purple Star designation, everyone, answers those questions with confidence. It makes this state and these installations more attractive, makes them more competitive, and more ready to support our forces. So in closing, I want to highlight a few things. To all the incredible students speaking today, to our impressive JROTC cadets, you represent the strength of our military families. We're proud of you. I'm proud of you. To all the educators and administrators here, thank you for stepping forward. Thank you for becoming part of something larger than your individual schools. And to our partners across the state, this is what right looks like. When education and our military can come together in the service of a common mission. So with that behalf on the Marine Corps, Sergeant Major Batista, our Marine Corps School liaisons, Julie Fulton, Megan Fahey, Brittany St. Cyr, Leafa Palmer, we thank you for your commitment, your professionalism, and most of all, everyone, we thank you for your partnership. Semper Fidelis.
Thank you, Colonel Driesland, for your grateful message today. Thank you for your service. And now we'll transition to the reason why we're here today, to celebrate our military-connected students and the Purple Star Awards to the school. We'll also ask Mr. Trey Michael if you'll please join us on the stage to assist with award presentation. At this time, Ms. Angela LeMay will announce the award recipients. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Angela LeMay, Assistant Director in the Office of Career and Technical Education with the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction. As a military spouse of 35 years and a proud parent of 3 children who navigated the challenges of moving in and out of North Carolina schools, I understand firsthand the importance of schools that truly embrace and support military families. I'm honored to announce the 2026 Purple Star Award recipients. At this time, we will begin our award recognitions with our Charter School Awards. When I call your school, please approach the stage and stand to the left of Trey Michael to accept your award and pause for a picture. The first charter school awarded is presented to Ascend Leadership Academy. Our next charter school, the Math and Science Academy of Apex. Noosh Charter Academy. Our next charter school is North Carolina Cyber Academy. I'm sorry. Next, we have North Carolina Leadership Charter Academy. Pine Springs Preparatory Academy. The Math and Science Academy, Charlotte Elementary. This is their first year receiving the designation. Triangle Math and Science Academy. This is also their first year receiving the designation. Next, we have Wayne Preparatory Academy. Wayne STEM Academy. Okay, our next two charter schools are receiving the Legacy Trophy for receiving the Purple Star designation 5 consecutive years. The first school is the Academy of Moore County. Howard, you want me to hold that? Thomas Jefferson Classical Academy. The next charter school is receiving the legacy plaque for receiving the designation 6 consecutive years. Please give it up for Northeast Academy of Aerospace and Advanced Technology. The last 2 charter schools received legacy plaques last year and will receive the 2026 links for their plaques. Let's give a round of applause for Alpha Academy. All 6 years. The next legacy plaque goes to Wayne County Public Schools. Our last Purple Star Legacy plaque goes to Whiteville City Schools.
Jones County ended up having the incorrect award. I just gave them the right one for military friendly. They wanted to see if they could get the correct before they gave them the correct award.
Which one is it?
Jones County.
Where are they?
They're up there.
Are they lined up?
It's just 2. They've already been called, but they just have the wrong trophy. They have the charter trophy instead of the military friendly trophy.
Miss Katie McLam has been the district POC for all 6 years. Ms. McLam? My apologies. Let's give a round of applause to all 6 Purple Star Legacy districts. The last district awarded this morning was the only district that received the legacy plaque last year and is receiving a 2026 link for their plaque. Let's give a round of applause for Harnett County Schools. We thank Mr. Jermaine White, Assistant Superintendent with Student Support Services, for his leadership and support of the Purple Star designation. They're a military-friendly district? Jones County Schools. Jones County Schools.
Purple Star designation, military friendly, Jones County. You can
Superintendent's trophy.
superintendent.
And there was a slight mix-up with the trophies earlier, so we want to bring Jones County Schools up here one more time to get their picture taken as a military-friendly district with the superintendent's trophy. You know what group that is? Okay. There you go. We also have special certificates of appreciation to present. First, Colonel Drieslein, thank you very much for being our guest speaker today. We are grateful for your time. As a small token of our appreciation, and on behalf of the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, we present you with this certificate of appreciation. Next, we would like to show our appreciation to Command Sergeant Major Rojas. We thank you for your support with reserving the venue and ensuring we had the support personnel needed to ensure we have a successful ceremony. Thank you. Next, I would like to call to stage Mr. Mike Pisano. Mr. Pisano is the JFHQ Complex Facility Coordinator. Thank you very much for your work with the logistics, ensuring that we hosted a great ceremony. The next certificate of appreciation will be a complete surprise. This person recently retired from the United States Air Force after nearly 29 years of service. He has been very active with the schools within his vicinity and is a champion for the Purple Star Award designation. Colonel Walker has been a steadfast advocate for military families with a particular emphasis on advancing childcare and educational opportunities. He strengthened partnerships between the base and local schools by welcoming students onto the installation for immersive learning experiences and by encouraging airmen to actively engage in classrooms as mentors and presenters. His efforts have enhanced the positive perception of Seymour Johnson Air Force Base and Wayne County Public Schools, easing transitions for incoming military families. Without further ado, let's show our appreciation for Colonel Todd Walker.
Excuse me. Sorry, I'd be remiss not to say thank you for this. I will tell you, after 29 years of service and traveling many places, Wayne County has endeared itself to me and my wife and our entire family. But what really has taken me, especially, sir, is your brief. Education is the number one priority for me, for my wife, and for Wayne County. And Dr. Witchard, Ken, all of you, Colonel Okamura, Christy, Heather, Councilman White, Doug, this is the best place that we've ever lived when it comes to taking care of people, when it comes to loving them, when it comes to education. And it's true. What you all do every day blows me away. So God bless you all. And as a civilian now, I plan to do all I can to continue to advance education, but to make sure that this is the best place for all people to live, regardless of whether you're in the military or civilian. So God bless you.
The next two ladies have been hard-charging for over 20 years and 18 years, serving as the primary bridge between military families, local school districts, and the installation commands. As stated earlier, they are the backbone supporters of the Purple Star Initiative. We will miss them as they transition to retirement. Let's celebrate installation school liaisons, Miss Iris Pierce from Fort Bragg and Miss Julie Fulton from MCCS Lejeune, New River.
She's got Iris, I heard you. And the second award that Iris is receiving, Howard's telling me to stop talking, is on behalf of the NC Alliance. So all of the NC school liaisons and the MLCs get together as a group, and so we want to celebrate them as well. And the award says, in recognition of 20 years of exemplary service of North Carolina military students and families as school liaison officer of Fort Bragg, your dedication and compassion have made the lasting impact on our families. NC Alliance honors your service.
Good morning, everybody. So unfortunately, Julie Fulton could not be here due to family circumstances, but I know she sends her best because she has been fighting this fight, like they said, from day one, and she is one of those inspirational people that just laid that foundation. So Miss Megan Fay is going to be accepting it on her behalf. But again, we all want to thank you for all your support and your dedication to not only our military students, but all students in North Carolina. So thank you.
Once again, thank you, Colonel Driesliner and Trey Michael, for assisting with the awards. As shared at the start of the ceremony, we wanted to celebrate the good in public education. Because of you, our North Carolina Military Connected families are in a great place. Thank you, Robert Jordan, for your great photography work and all DPI staff who volunteered to support the ceremony. Will you please stand to be recognized? And last but not least, we give a special thank you to Lieutenant Colonel Parks and Mr. Courtney Cottrell for your excellent audio and visual support. Thank you. To our educators, staff, and district leadership, your efforts in creating an inclusive, welcoming environment for military-connected students is deeply appreciated. The work you do has a lasting impact, not just for these students, but on the entire military community. As we conclude this ceremony, let the Purple Star be more than just a symbol. It is a promise that the schools, districts, and charters will continue to stand beside our military students and their families, offering the support, understanding, and opportunities they deserve. Thank you for being part of this special celebration, and congratulations again to all the award recipients on this year's well-earned recognition. I hope to see you all back next year. At this time, I want to give a round of applause to Mr. Howard Lattimore, who without him would not be possible. He does all the work behind the scenes and bringing us all together, and we're truly grateful for all he does for our state and for our military-connected students. At this time, I'll turn it over to Mr. Lattimore to close out the ceremony.
This guy was hilarious, wasn't he, this photographer? Let's get it up for this photographer right here. Most of you all came up here, you all can hear what he was saying, the ones, twos, and the threes, and the deep breaths like he was shooting at a rifle range or something, and all those things like that. But sir, we really do thank you for your professionalism, and we thank you for your work today. Where am I now, sir? Okay. Thank you, Ms. LeMay. And at the conclusion of the ceremony, the schools and LEAs that received the Legacy Award, please stay. The students, DPI staff, school liaison, military liaison counselor, got a few other things to say to you before you leave. All others, when you leave, is a table out there with your banners and your stickers. So make sure you get your banners and your stickers from the table out there. It's another place out there where you can take photos also. Feel free to take photos out there also, okay? I apologize, I'll still be in here. I will not be able to take pictures with you, but feel free to go ahead and take them yourself also and everything like that, so do that. At this time, will you please stand for Southwest High School Marine Corps JROTC as they retrieve the colors. Let's give them another round of applause. Wasn't that all right? Once again, I'd like to thank our VIPs, our guest speakers, and everyone. Once again, those schools that received the Legacy Award or the link, our DPI staff, school liaison, military liaison counselors, please stay for a minute. And safe travels. This concludes our 2026 Purple Star Award ceremony.